Annyeongbas! Welcome back to the channel, and today we need to talk about something that honestly made me pause, reread, and then pause again. Because this story is not just about NewJeans, not just about HYBE, and not even really about MrBeast. It's about fandom behavior in the digital age, how emotions spill over online, and where support can quietly turn into something that actually hurts the very artists fans are trying to protect. So here's what happened. In the middle of the still heated situation involving NewJeans and HYBE, especially after the shocking reports about Danielle's contract ending, fans' emotions have been running extremely high. That part, in itself, is understandable. NewJeans are young, they're beloved, and for many fans, they represent more than just a group. They represent comfort, youth, and identity. When something threatens that, people react emotionally. But then something unexpected happened. Instead of keeping the discussion within K-pop spaces, some fans took it somewhere completely outside the industry. MrBeast's Instagram comment section. Yes, that MrBeast, one of the biggest YouTubers in the world, known for giveaways, philanthropy, and viral challenge videos, suddenly, his Instagram comments were flooded with requests asking him to buy HYBE in order to save NewJeans. Just let that sink in for a moment. Fans were seriously commenting repeatedly, asking a global YouTuber to purchase one of the largest entertainment companies in Korea as a symbolic rescue mission for a K-pop group. The idea itself spread quickly, screenshots were taken, and before anyone could stop it, the situation exploded across Korean online communities. The comments made their way to Daegu, one of the major Korean forums, and the reaction there was brutal. Not confused, not neutral, brutal. Korean netizens didn't hold back. Many expressed disbelief, saying they had never seen fandom behavior like this before. Others called it embarrassing. Some went even further, mocking the situation as something that deserved to be in the Guinness Book of Records for sheer absurdity. A few even compared it to political situations, saying it felt like people asking foreign powers to intervene in domestic issues. And that comparison is important because it shows how seriously inappropriate the situation felt to them. Now, I want to slow this down and really unpack it, because this is where the conversation gets interesting. On one side, international fans see this as emotional support. As desperation mixed with hope, they see it as symbolic, not literal, a way of saying, we feel powerless and we're looking anywhere for help. On the other side, Korean netizens see this as a complete loss of boundaries. To them, it looks childish, unrealistic, and frankly humiliating on a global stage. And when K-pop fandoms already fight stereotypes of being irrational or extreme, actions like this don't help. Here's my personal opinion, and I want to be very honest here. I understand the emotion behind it. I really do. Fans feel helpless when legal and corporate matters are happening behind closed doors. They don't have information, they don't have control, and when people feel powerless, they look for a miracle, but intention does not erase impact. Even if the comments were meant as jokes or symbolic cries for help, the public perception matters. Once screenshots leave the fandom bubble, they take on a life of their own. And that's exactly what happened here. MrBeast didn't respond, he didn't like a comment, he didn't acknowledge it. But that doesn't matter anymore because the story wasn't about his reaction. It was about how fast fandom behavior can become global spectacle. And this is where I want to talk directly to you watching this. Where do we draw the line between passionate support and harmful behavior? Because supporting your idols should never turn them into a punchline. When outsiders laugh at fandom actions, it doesn't hurt the company first, it doesn't hurt the executives, it hurts the artists and the fans who genuinely care. Another layer to this story is how it reflects the globalization of K-pop problems. This issue started as a contract dispute within a Korean company involving a Korean group. Within hours, it jumped to a Western influencer's comment section and became international discourse. That's powerful, but it's also dangerous. K-pop now lives in a space where everything is global. Every comment can be screenshotted, translated, reposted, and judged by millions of people who have zero context. That means fans need to be more aware than ever of how actions look outside their own circles. Some international fans argue that Korean netizens were too harsh. And yes, some of the language used was definitely extreme. Insults don't help educate anyone. But we also have to ask why the reaction was that strong in the first place. From a Korean cultural perspective, involving unrelated foreign figures in domestic industry disputes can be seen as deeply inappropriate. It can look like washing internal problems in front of the entire world. That's not how issues are traditionally handled, and that cultural clash plays a huge role in this backlash. At the same time, this situation exposes something uncomfortable. Fans today often feel like they need to do something, anything, even if it makes no logical sense. Silence feels like betrayal. Waiting feels like giving up, and social media rewards loudness, not thoughtfulness. But here's a hard truth: not every issue needs a viral moment. Legal disputes, contracts, and corporate negotiations are not solved through comment sections. They are slow, complex, and frustratingly opaque. No billionaire YouTuber is going to swoop in and buy a multinational entertainment company because of Instagram comments, and when actions cross into the realm of fantasy, they stop being effective and start being harmful. Another thing we need to talk about is how this reflects on NewJeans themselves. These are young artists already under immense pressure. Imagine seeing your name associated with global ridicule even if you did nothing wrong. Even if the intention was love, the result is more stress, more noise, and more misunderstanding. True support sometimes means restraint. It means asking, does this help them, or does this help me feel like I'm doing something? And that's a question I want you to think about honestly. Do you think fandoms today confuse emotional release with real support? Do you think social media has blurred that line so much that people can't tell the difference anymore? Because to me, this incident feels like a warning sign, not just for NewJeans fans, but for all fandoms. The louder and bigger K-pop becomes, the more responsibility fans carry in shaping how it's perceived globally. This story also proves how one comment section can become a cultural battleground. Within hours, what might have been a joke or emotional outburst turned into a symbol of everything wrong with fandom culture in the eyes of critics. And once that narrative forms, it's almost impossible to reverse. At the end of the day, loving an artist should never come at the cost of their dignity or your own. Passion is powerful, but without awareness, it can easily turn into self-sabotage. So let me ask you, genuinely, do you think this situation was just harmless emotional expression that got blown out of proportion? Or do you think it crossed a line that fandoms need to seriously reflect on? And more importantly, if you were in that situation, feeling desperate and worried about your favorite artist, what would you do differently? I really want to hear your thoughts on this because this isn't a simple right or wrong story. It's complex, emotional, and very much a sign of where fandom culture is heading. If this discussion made you think, make sure to leave a comment. Let's keep this space thoughtful, not reactionary. This has been unreasonable, and I'll see you in the next one.